Okay, so it's been a long time since I started the game of Blitz, and I really can't remember the World of Tanks Blitz tutorial. So I re-rolled a new account and had a look at it, and guess what? It's really pants. It's not that great. It gives you literally the very basics. I also hear lots of players saying that players can't play, so I decided to do a new player guide. Hello again everybody and welcome back to WOT Blitz. Now this is a new player guide, getting started in the work game of Blitz. Now the thing is, there is a tutorial and it's pretty pants to be fair. It doesn't really tell you anything other than move forward, shoot here, shoot there. So I decided that that's not enough and that the players need to know a lot more before they start rolling out, because this game is actually quite complex. So let's start at the very beginning. So this is your garage. This is where you choose your tanks and everything else. Now it also shows you how much gold you have, how many credits you have, how much XP you have. It gives you a link to the store and it shows you a link to your storage. It also takes you right down to the bottom so you can go to your chat and your tech tree. But let's focus on sorting your settings out first. So here you have a drop down menu, 3 bars. Click that and you get this list. Go to the bottom of the list and you'll see settings. Click that. Once you've clicked that, like that, there you go, you come to this screen. Now this is your graphics screen and it's up to you what device you've got to play with the graphics as you see fit for whatever is good for your device. Once you've sorted that out, you need to click onto the next tab, which is controls. Now this tab allows you to sort out aim, auto aim, whether you're left-handed or right-handed, and all that sort of stuff. But we're not going to look at that first. If you can see, there's a second fire button. Press that, because that gives you a fire button on the left-hand side. You may also want to press the lookout area. This allows you to swivel your head. Once you've done that, click customize, and that will take you to a new screen. This screen, which basically shows you what layout you will get once you start the game. Now, click on any of them and you can see you can move your fire button around. You can put it wherever you want it realistically within that green box. There are some things you can't touch, like the ones highlighted red, you can't move. Once you've played around with that, what's really comfortable for you, like there you go, you've got your sniper vision there, which is the binoculars. You can then sort out the best setup for you. Play around with it. Who knows? I mean, you can change the icon sizes, you can swivel them around. Like I said, the only thing you cannot move are the ones highlighted in red. The other thing is you can only move these icons within that green box. As you can see, look, you can change the sizes, you can move them around, whatever you think is comfortable. And get into a training room, which again, you go into that drop-down menu in your garage, click on training room, get in there, play around with it. Do what you think is comfortable, because this is how you're going to be playing the game, guys. You know, depending on where your hands are and where you want your hands to be and what is in your vision, this is your display. This is what you will see in the game, and this is how you play it. So you need to play around with that to see what you like the most. Now once you've sorted that screen out, you go back to this screen and you can then pick your auto aim. You've got various options: enabled, arcade, with button, or disabled. And you've got also the old or the new version. It's up to you. You need to play around with that to see what you're comfortable with. Next, go down to this one here and you'll see ammo bar. I always flick that open and I'll explain why in a moment. After that, you can go onto your markers, you can see how the tanks look. It's up to you. Again, play around with these. See what you are comfortable with in the game, because this allows you to customize it to your taste. Then you've got your UHD, which is your heads-up display. Gives you loads of stuff that is very useful, but you may not want half of it. You may not want the ribbons, you may not want the timers or anything. It's up to you guys. But you need to familiarize yourself with this. After that, you click onto Other. Now, Other is an interesting one. Lots of stuff in there is interesting, but you want to flick on replays to record your replays, set your replay limit, but more importantly, click on same control mode. Now there's a reason for that. Those who play PC, for example, get a better auto aim, and they're allowed to do snapshots a lot quicker than you are. So when you're first starting the game, stick on same control mode because it's far better for you. Once you've sorted all that out, then you need to go to this equipment. Now this is really complex. I'm not going to go through all the equipment. Where the arrow is, tells you exactly what that equipment does. Now each person has different sets of preferentials for equipment. TDs have different sets of equipment for, say, heavies or lights or mediums. I'm not going to go through that. That's not the point of this tutorial. Go through the equipment. You've got to buy this. This isn't cheap, by the way. But go through it, see what will be best for your tank, and purchase it. And it tells you everything you need to know in the descriptions bar, which has got the big arrow pointing towards it. Familiarize yourself with it. Play with it. Because some equipment you may want better than others. Like, for example, if you've got a light tank with very small armor, you might want to strengthen the hull armor, or you might want to increase its hit points. If you've got a TD, that's a slow loader, you might want to put a supercharge in. Get familiar with it, because it's an important screen. Once you've done that, you now need to select your ammo. Now, point to note, the one in the middle is your premium ammunition. Now, it's automatically set to purchase that ammunition for gold, but you can flick on it and you can purchase it for credits. Just slide the bar, because you don't have to pay gold for this. Just slide the bar, and then once you're happy, just press apply. The other ammunition, the HE and the AP, which is your standard ammo, that's only purchased for credits. But it's an important point to note, you can buy premium for credits, guys. Once you've done that, you need to go to your provisions. Now, provisions, this is a low tier tank, so I'm only allowed one provision. Again, look at what the description is. Out of that screen, now you need your consumables. As you can see, you've got 7 types of consumables. Again, I'm not going to go through them all. There's a description on the right hand side where the arrow is pointing. You need to find what is best for your tank. In this tank, I'm running it with a repair kit, an all-inclusive repair kit, and faster reload adrenaline. Now, once you've done that, this is a collectible, so it's not the best one to show. You can then click on the tank equipment slot, and it gives you that screen and allows you to pick. After you've done that, check your crew skills, which is also in the bottom bar just above where your garage tanks are. Again, I'm not going to go through all of this because there's a description right down the right hand side. All I will tell you is this. These go up to level 7 and it takes a long time to get there, guys. You can use credits, you can use XP, and you can use gold to increase them. You need to keep an eye on these every single time. As you can see, they're listed from light tanks all the way down to tank destroyers. Get familiar with them, and you need to target which ones you want. Once you've done all that, you're ready to play. Press the battle button. This will lead you to this screen. This screen just basically tells you how long you're going to wait, and how many players are in the queue and what types of tanks there are. You'll then come to this screen. At the bottom of this screen, you'll see a load of what we call boosters. Now, it's up to you. You can click them or you don't have to click them. You will increase your rewards at the end of your battle. Now, they come in all different shapes and sizes, some for combat experience, some for credits. Get familiar with them again. I'm not going to go through all of this because you just need to read what's in your storage, because you'll get boosters every time you open a crate. However, this tutorial is only about getting started. It's not about the in-depth mechanics of the game, such as what equipment or crew skills or boosters do. Anyway, you can now chat, and in the bottom you'll see like a bubble, chat bubble. Click on that and this window opens, and it gives you various things from holding to attack to help, etc, etc. Get familiar. In the top left-hand corner, you will see a map. That is your mini-map. If you press on that mini-map, it tells you what area you're going to go to, and you can say to your team, attention to that area. Go to the bottom left. You'll see this big round circle with a little circle and an arrow. That's the way your tank is going to move. Use whatever thing you're comfortable with to move your tank, either forwards, left, right, backwards, slightly left, slightly right. Again, guys, get used to this. Below that, you've got ping, tells you how good your ping is. Obviously, mine's not very good. In the middle, you've got your health bar and how fast you're going. And at the other end, at the very bottom, you've got your frames per second. Going up to the top of the screen, you've got on the right-hand side the list of the enemy, followed by another chat bubble, allows you to type, followed by your settings. In the middle, you've got the timer and the score, basically how many tanks are on each team. And you've got the red and the green. Keep moving over to the left. There you've got your mini-map, and if you look here, it shows you the 2 spawn points, green and red. Those are the triangles, and it shows you where all your tanks are. And eventually, when you see the red tanks, it will show you where those are. And on the far left, that's your team, and the one highlighted is your tank. With regards to the minimap, guys, really get used to looking at that map. You know where your team is. So here we go, rolling up, and oh look, there's a red tank. There we go, we have a look at him, and we fire. So let's have a look at that in slow motion. We're rolling up. I press those binoculars. That puts me into this mode. It's called sniper mode. Once you're in sniper mode, you get to zoom in, basically. Once you've zoomed in and see that dotty green circle is over your target, and those arrows, see the box, lights up, there's the box. And you wait for that green dotted circle to grow a lot smaller. It grows smaller. Then where the arrow is pointing, that's your fire button. Press your fire button. And the shot goes off. Now I just want to talk about this light bulb. This light bulb means you have been spotted. That comes up 3 seconds after you have been seen. So, when you've had that light bulb, you've already been in somebody's sights for 3 seconds. So you need to understand that the light bulb doesn't come up when you're automatically spotted. It comes up 3 seconds later. Now, I was shot here, and that arrow shows me the direction I've been shot at. Now, when it's black like it is there, it means it's been bounced. However, I have suffered damage, and it shows you there what modules have been damaged. So I need to go over to my consumables. There's this list of 3, and you press one of those, and it will repair your damage, and it says rear modules are repaired. That is a simple engagement. We rolled up, we spotted the enemy, they spotted us, we fired a shot, they fired at us, we blocked the damage, but we hurt our modules, so we had to repair them. That's the basics. Now we're just going to play through the game, and all the same again. We're spotting the enemy, we're going to fire, we're going to retreat, we're going to get behind this hill, and we're basically going to do what we did in the first very simple engagement, although we're not going to be having damaged modules, so we don't need to repair them. And that's what you need to do, guys. You just need to understand the basic mechanics of the game. And you'd be surprised how many people don't understand it, because the tutorial doesn't tell you this. Now, there you see, we had a tank spotted, he's vanished, so you can fire blindly and you can hope for the best. We got no ribbons come up, so we don't know if anybody hit anything, which is a damn shame. So we're now going to just keep doing what we did earlier, which is wait for that reticle, press the fire, retreat. And that's it. That's a simple engagement. As you can see here, I'm keeping the tank pretty low. I'm just exposing the gun. This is called going hull down, and if you click the box in the top corner in the right there, that'll take you to a video on advanced tactic called going hull down. I'm not going to go into it in this video. This is a basic tutorial. As you can see, all we're doing is reloading and shooting. And when we're ready to shoot, we press the binoculars like we did in the very first engagement. We roll up, we press the fire button, we roll back. Basic, guys. And that is it. That is how simple this game can be for this stage. It gets a lot more advanced than this, believe me. And one of the more advanced things, well, a couple of the more advanced things we're going to deal with in a moment. But don't forget, this guide is aimed to improve the tutorial that World of Tanks Blitz gives you when you first sign into the game. A lot of this is missing. That's one of the problems. So new players don't know most of this stuff. They don't understand it. And, you know, you've got to try and work a lot of it out yourself, which I think is unfair. Now, this is an advanced tactic. That tank is on the move. We're going to shoot him. Boom! There we go. We managed to get a shot in. See the light bulb again? So what did we do there? Well, we didn't actually aim on the tank. We're aiming just in front of the tank. So where the arrow is actually where I am looking. And if you watch, my turret is turning and I'm trying to aim in front of the tank. I'm not trying to aim at the tank. And watch the little arrow, the green arrow there, look. It's moving and moving and moving, and I'm moving with the tank as it moves. Then I fire, and then we shoot him. Because this is a tank on the move. You can't shoot where it is. You have to shoot where it's going to be. That is very important when dealing with moving tanks. So we had a shot in there. We can see a tank there, and you can see on the mini-map there's red tanks and green tanks, and our guys are taking the base. Wait for the reticle to go down, shoot. Don't do any damage because we just took his tracks out, which is that red symbol above him. If you see the symbols above the top of the tank's turret, those are the modules that are damaged. And he's got a damaged gun, and he had damaged tracks. Now, I'm going to select different ammo. I'm going to select HE because that Hetzer is side on to me, and I can pen him with heat. Watch. Boom. There we go. That's why I keep that ammo selection bar open, which is why I told you to click it in the settings scene, because it's much easier. If you don't have it open, you have to open it, then pick, then it closes again. So you open it, if it's already open, you just press on the ammo that you want, in this case HE, and you fire into the side. That's it. That was one simple engagement in a low tier. Once you've done that, then you get this screen. This is your battle results. It tells you how well you did, it tells you all your credits you got, how many you destroyed, and all the damage you did. At the top, it shows you the medals. Let's go through those. Click on the medals, and it gives you a rundown. Every medal, it tells you, if you click on every single one, exactly what that medal is for. Then you get onto the ribbons, and the ribbons tell you how well you've done as well. Read these, get familiar with them, understand them, because they tell you what you're doing in the game. And the more you understand these things, the better you will understand the game. And you will understand what you've done right and what you've done wrong. That's simple. Once you've done that, click on your team. It shows you where you came on the team list. I came top there, and you've got all these thumbs. Press on any of those thumbs. You can give an upvote or a downvote. Next, go into detailed. Gives you your statistics, tell you how well you did, how many shots you fired, how many hits you made, how many misses. Go on to efficiency, tells you what modules you did, how much damage you did, how many penetrations you did. Again, get familiar with this because it helps improve your knowledge of the game. Go through every one when you're first starting. Get used to it because these things are important, guys, for you to understand the mechanics. Next, you've got your credits. Click on that. Tells you how much you earned and how much you spent and how much you then received afterwards. It's always good to know. If you've got a premium account, you get more credits because it's a premium account. As you see there, it says plus 50% XP in credits. Go on to XP, shows you what you did and where you got your XP from, breaks it down nicely. And again, if you know the free experience is what you gains will go to your overall XP to allow you to buy better guns, better turrets, better engines, better tracks, and the next tank in the list. And that's it, basically, guys. That is my basic guide to the game of Blitz. It's that simple. Well, I think it is. But I know a lot of new players struggle with some of these basic concepts. There's not a lot of information out there. That's why I thought I'd do this very basic tutorial. This tutorial is not aimed for more advanced players. Of course it's not. So as much as I'd love you all to comment, please bear in mind this is for new players. Anyway, I hope this has been useful, and by all means check out some other videos on how to drive tanks. And with that, I will say, if you've got any decent replays, please send them to me. Usual email address, fujitsblitz@gmail.com. If you want to, please comment and like below. If you really want to, which would be nice, press subscribe, because that's a really nice thing to do, and it makes me very, very happy. And until the next time, stay safe out there, have fun on the battlefield, and happy tanking, because that's what it's all about, guys. Fun and happiness.